Hey, this is David Benjamin from Rockstar Reviews. I'm fresh out of the shower and I am reviewing the LG fridge today. That's why my hair is wet. So I'm reviewing the LG fridge because I have been using this fridge for a few months now, and I just wanted to give you some kind of pros and cons of the fridge overall and show you how it works and the features and functionality of it. So I'm actually house sitting right now, and I've been house sitting here for a few months. So I've used this LG fridge for about 2 months now. So when you open the fridge, first and foremost, you have a variety of shelves. You have this side of the shelves, which is 1, 2, 3, and then you have 1, 2, 3 on this side, and they are where they're at. Whereas some fridges will have you can move the shelves and they'll have different latches and things. These fridges these shelves are simply where they're at. But within the fridge itself, you have the top shelf, you have the middle shelf, and then you have the bottom shelf, and then you have two crispers right here, and then you have a larger, wider, and thinner crisper at the bottom here. So what I like about it is there's plenty of shelf space, obviously. That's actually leftover breakfast. I just keep the breakfast in the pan. I know that might be weird, but it's how I roll. So you have, once again, 3 shelves, and then you have the 2 crispers, and then this thin crisper here at the bottom. And as you'll hear, it is beeping in here. And that's because the fridge is open. So that's one of the functions I like about it, is that you see the temperature of the freezer and the fridge right when you open it up. And it's front and center, which is really nice because it just shows you where it's at. So if the freezer's off or the fridge is off, I can know, oh, okay, this is gonna, my food isn't gonna be as well if it's too high or too low or whatever it may be. And then obviously you have your water filter, which you can replace by pushing for 3 seconds, and then the ice button as well. But what I like about it is that it's very simple and basic. Some fridges are too complex, and I don't like the complex fridges, and I house sit and dog sit all over the country. And some fridges, it's like there's too many contraptions. This is very simple. You open it, there's 3 on either side, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the center 3, and then the center 3 again here. 1, 2, 3. The only thing I will say, the only con about this fridge, which some may agree with, is that this drawer right here, the bottom one, it's a little too thin. And I don't like that because when I'm opening it, as you can see right here, it's just, I don't know, it's not as functional. These are really functional. It's nice, I put jerky in here, right? But I don't even need to put that in the fridge. But it's just a little too thin. I don't know, it makes it a little bit challenging. You could put carrots or cucumbers or celery in here, but it's this is you're only going to store certain things in here. So it's probably the only con of this fridge. Obviously with these crispers, you can store other vegetables, other things in here, apples, beets, things like that. But yeah, once again, the bottom one here, celery, cucumbers, longer, thinner vegetables are going to be best in here. But yeah, I like, that it's simple. It does have smart features, smart, diagnosis. And then I like that it beeps when it's open. So even if it's closed, and I'll get into the freezer here in a second, even if it's, open, like this, if it's like that, it'll start beeping. So even though, that's obviously valuable, but most fridges have that now. So getting onto the freezer section, the freezer, you have the ice box here, which is made from the ice thing right here, and it just drops in the box. Don't really use that personally. I don't really use ice. And then, you have the space over here for storage, meats, frozen foods, things like that. That's the first drawer. And then you have the second drawer, which, really the same thing, except for obviously on this side, you don't have the ice. So I typically do vegetables, frozen fruit, sourdough bread, and then, beef and fish. So I store, fruit, vegetables, meat in these freezer drawers. I like that there's 2 of them. They're nice and organized. They are thinner, once again. So the freezer, both drawers are thinner. I guess that would probably be, this one's a little bit deeper. The bottom drawer is a little bit deeper. And see, now it's beeping. But you can see the bottom drawer is deeper than this one. So this one's a little thinner, this one's a little deeper. So this one's more your deep storage, things that you may not use as often. This one, you know, more common freezer storage, if that makes sense. That's how I sort of organize it, at least. Like then again, I'm kind of throwing everything everywhere, but that's probably how, if I was living here long term, that's probably how I'd store it. Things I use in the freezer that I use more daily, and then more deep storage below that. But as you can see, it's beeping now because it's open, so it's a nice feature. That's a nice, you know, sort of functionality. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's pretty standard. You know, it has most of the bells and whistles. It's not too complex, which once again I like. And then additionally, you know, once again, this drawer is a little too thin. And then even when it comes out, like the other thing I guess I should mention here is that it doesn't come out all the way. So it stops right here. And I don't know exactly, you know, why that is. It kind of like comes out on this side, like it gets a little loose. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this drawer. I mean, it's nice, but it's like, it doesn't come out all the way. It's a little thin, you know, so on and so forth. This right here is your filtered water thing. I don't drink filtered fridge water because personally it's kind of a low quality water. These filters are all low quality in fridges. There's not one fridge that I would drink water from out of the filtration system because they're all quite bad. But yeah, this is the inverter linear LG, the LG right there, LG fridge. So that's the serial number, the model that you're looking at, in case you want to, you know, really be specific about this fridge. But yeah, you know, and this is another thing, like, what's the point of having this here? Like, you got to open, you know, I guess you could open one fridge door if you do use that. So you open this drawer, okay, you got to open it, and then, okay, that can work. So it's not horrible, but I think the biggest thing is this drawer for me. Too thin, doesn't come out all the way. I like the freezer. I like that this drawer is a little bit thinner than this one. It's easier to pull out, lighter, more accessible. So it's like your day-to-day freezer things, and this is more your deep freezer, so to speak. But overall, I like the fridge. It's simple. It's clean. And, you know, once again, I do like the temperatures listed right here because I just know freezer, fridge, temp. And that is important for storage and preservation of nutrients and so on and so forth. So I like that it's front and center in the middle. You know, it's got the light right here as well, so that kind of shines down at the top. It lights the top. Doesn't really light down here as much, but that's fine. Actually, I would prefer more orange lighting in a fridge, more circadian friendly lighting. But hey, that's, you know, that's what you get with standard refrigerators, is a bright white light that you don't want to see at night before you go to sleep because it'll disrupt your sleep hormones. But anyways, that's the LG fridge. Hopefully that video was valuable for you. This is David Benjamin from Rockstar Reviews. We did another fridge review on our channel from Frigidaire, so you can see that. Maybe I'll link that up below, but this is once again the LG fridge, and I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.